Trans Sexworks, a peer-to-peer project organized by and for trans, non-binary and intersex sex workers.
Who streets?
Der Tag der Arbeit ist kein Feiertag, es ist ein Kampftag.
Heute ist der Revolutionäre 1. Mai!
Germany's treatment of sex workers is a long tradition of moralist state repression. Our work is legal in Germany, but with a condition. We must abide by the Prostitutes Protection Law, which requires us to register as sex workers and get mandatory health checks. This law, created without the support of sex workers, is meant to protect us. So how is it that trans women in the red light district are experiencing as much, if not more, violence than ever? What happens if you're a third country national, ineligible for a work visa, unable to register as a sex worker? You are forced to work illegally instead of together with colleagues in a brothel, working without support, without safety that comes from working with colleagues. Currently, the Boulevard is being gentrified. What do you think? How do fancy galleries and expensive high-rise condos impact the girls working and living on the street? We don't see social development when these buildings go up and these galleries open. All we see is increased police harassment, further violence and marginalization. This violence doesn't just happen in a vacuum. The lack of social infrastructure, as well as the disregard of trans life from the responsible authorities, are one of the contributing factors, as well as gentrification. On Freundeskreis, we see the same thing as our comrades fighting the so-called crime-ridden locations around Berlin. Police everywhere, security nowhere. The girls have been working the streets there since 1885. That's more than 130 years. They were the ones that made Schöneberg a place where queer people felt safe with their gender and their sexual expression. They are the ones who made it the queer center of Berlin that it is today. And now we are being pushed out and further marginalized. It is critical to the safety of all sex workers that we fight back against the gentrification of Freundeskreis and the entire Berlin red light district. We call for an end to the Prostitutes Protection Law. This is criminalization disguised as legalization. We call for an end to the gentrification of Berlin's historic red light district. We demand better working conditions and workers' rights, especially for trans workers, trans sex workers on Freundeskreis. We demand respect. We don't need saving. We demand unconditional rights for all sex workers now.
Mai ist ein Kampftag. Geht weg mit eurem Bier, sauft woanders. Geht nach Hause oder irgendwo in eure deutschen Kneipen. Hier ist nicht der Ort zum Saufen, Kiffen und so weiter. Hier wollen wir sicher sein. Passt auf euch auf, tragt Masken, seid solidarisch.